You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 22nd of May, 2025. It is 63 days after the spring equinox. It is 29 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the third day of Prairial, the day of the trèfle, the clover. The sun rises today at 5:32 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:13 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:45 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:25 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 39 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 26% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Monday, the 26th of May. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 1:51 a.m., 9 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 8:06 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the afternoon, low tide, 1:54 p.m., 15 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 8:29 p.m., 1 meter 86. In our shared realm of plants and animals, this time of year, domestic dogs in the park seem to be particularly eager to roll themselves on the grass. It's specific spots they choose, and they often dig a bit at some smelly spot that strikes their fancy, and then bang, they're on their backs, rubbing themselves all over whatever scent has called their attention. Commemorations. On this day in 1840, the practice of transporting British convicts to the New South Wales colony in Australia was abolished. However, in 1849, the British government authorized the conversion of Western Australia from a free settlement to a penal colony, so the cruel practice of transporting convicts to the other side of the world continued. In 1868, the last convict ship arrived in Australia, and finally, that was the end of transportation. On this day in 1846, the Associated Press was founded in New York City. The Mexican War was underway, and 5 New York newspapers agreed to pool their funds so news of the conflict could be brought quickly through Alabama by relays of men on horseback. The News Cooperative has remained a key component of our news media ever since. On this day in 1906, the British garrison left Esquimalt in British Columbia. They were the last British soldiers ever stationed in Canada. On this day in 1931, George Kenneth End of Arcadia, Florida, first offered for sale his canned gourmet rattlesnake. He called it Genuine Diamondback Rattlesnake with Supreme Sauce, and it was prepared with meat stock, mushrooms, and heavy cream. He recommended serving it in pastry shells or on thin slices of toast as an appetizer for cocktails. He advertised, "Be the first in your neighborhood to give a rattlesnake dinner." His company, the Floridian Products Corporation, Rattlesnake Division, also sold snake skin, rattles, fangs, and oil made from snake fat. He quite literally sold snake oil. The company lasted until 1944, when George End was bitten fatally by a rattlesnake he was handling. On this day in 1958, the Seagram Building opened on Park Avenue. The modernist skyscraper, designed by Mies van der Rohe, is an iconic expression of the international style. It is his only building in New York City. On this day in 1914, Sun Ra was born. The poet, musician, Afrofuturist, and visionary blended musical genres and offered a mystical vision of a better world. Once he adopted the persona of Sun Ra, he disavowed his given name. His ensemble, the orchestra, was a vehicle for his ever-changing musical expression. Remember Sun Ra today. Finally, we wish everyone a happy World Goth Day, a celebration of goth culture across the globe. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 22nd of May, 2025.